Assalamu alaikum friends, how are you? Mia Nawaz Sharif remained the Prime Minister of Pakistan for 3 times. After the sad demise of General Ziaul Haq, Benazir Bhutto won the election. She performed poorly, whatever the reasons. Her government was broken. She was removed, the assemblies were broken, and the new elections were called. This time, Mia Nawaz Sharif became the Prime Minister. And then his government was also removed. Benazir Bhutto became the Prime Minister. Her government was removed as well. The elections were held. Mia Nawaz Sharif emerged as a very popular leader and won the two-thirds of majority in the parliament. Mia Nawaz Sharif won two-thirds of the majority in the parliament. And this two-thirds of the majority in the parliament, he thought I become a very strong leader, a very strong politician. Then what did he do? He started removing everyone else who disagreed with him, didn't obey him. Why? Because he considered himself as a very popular leader, having the two-third of the majority. Plus, he was of the view that his government was removed earlier because he didn't suspend or didn't terminate those officials who disagreed with him. Now, leave that thing aside. Come to the current political situation here. And this current political situation is that Imran Khan's government was removed after 3.5 years. Although he had become very unpopular because of the poorest of the governance. And now, after his removal from the government, what has happened? He has become much more popular. He is much more popular. As far as first election victory is concerned, that was not purely that of his own, because the military established under Pakistan, they had engineered the elections. It is generally spoken, and it is perceived generally that it was not he himself, rather it was the military establishment who contested the elections and made him win, make the government as well. They kept helping him, although at the end of the 3.5 years, that help was withdrawn, and for that reason he couldn't survive. He was removed through the in-house change. Now he has become a very popular leader, more popular than any other politician in the country. And if at all the free and fair elections are held very today, if the elections are held today, he will win the two-thirds of the majority again. He will win two-thirds of the majority again. But this time, he knowing that on the one hand, he himself has won the election without the help of the military establishment on the one hand, and on the other hand, he has got a two-thirds of the majority. What is going to happen then? What is going to happen then after he wins the two-thirds of the majority in the parliament? What is going to happen then? I believe that he will become a superman, and he will become a superman, and he will not allow any sort of difference of opinion, and he will remove everyone else who disagreed with him, and even all the people, including the military establishment, including the judiciary, the election commission, all of them. I think they do. He will become a total and absolute total and absolute dictator, because already he have got the mind of a dictator. He will become an absolute dictator and an autocrat. And what will happen then? Look upon his 3.5 years rule earlier. That was not a good rule at all. Poorest of the governments, even the desperate increase in the corruption and everything else, there was nothing but the worst sort of situation. And I think now once he will be having the two-thirds of the majority, and he will put the upside down the constitution of Pakistan as well. He will bring all the changes, all the major changes which could suit him, which could make him even more powerful. And as per my opinion, he is definitely a very great opposition leader. But as a ruler, he will become the poorest one. He will deliver. He will be his rule will be disastrous, having that much of the power, two-thirds of the majority in the parliament. And then he will be doing like a king. He will be ruling like a king. And for that reason, there is the country will start improving drastically, or it might prove quite disastrous if at all we do keep into the consideration his previous 3.5 year rule in the center. I think he will not be able to perform well, because he as a governor he is the poorest one. But as for the making of speeches is concerned, maybe he is a good one. He is quite a good one, and he has developed a personality cult. He has developed a personality cult, and amongst the youth particularly, amongst the women particularly. And I think keeping in view all that, he will become an autocrat, and he will become an absolute dictator, which is absolutely bad for the interest of the country. Now see what happens. But that is what I think.